Hello, this is Mary Lucille Hayes with Letter from Birdland. Grace and the Impossible Situation. A sudden snowstorm interrupted our apparent spring, and now, one day later, Birdland is sunny and crisp. Scattered remnants of yesterday's sloppy snow lie in the yard, but I expect it will all melt by afternoon. The two little Sarama chicks in the basement brooder are growing bigger, tiny though they are, and more rambunctious, jumping around and chest butting. I'm pretty sure at least one is a little cockerel, maybe both of them. We were looking forward to hosting friends this week, and Ellis, our youngest, was due to fly home after that, but we got the sad news of both canceled trips yesterday. We will miss them all, but we're glad to do our part in protecting the health and safety of our community, and we all promise to get together when it's safe to travel again. Meanwhile, we practice social distancing, or, as I saw it reframed online, solidarity spacing. We are all in this together, so why not view from a positive perspective the actions we take to protect the health of our community? My colleagues had to suddenly switch tracks to teaching online, and I can sympathize. I was in the same boat a month ago, and I know from experience how much work it is to jump into a digital classroom and learn new tools and new ways of teaching when you were expected to teach in person. I find myself repeating my mantra often, to myself, to my students and colleagues, to anyone who will listen. We are in an impossible situation, but we will get through it together. We all need to give each other grace. We need to give ourselves grace. Reflecting on grace in times of trouble reminded me of a list I made many years ago when I was under duress. It was a lonely time for me, and I realized that I wasn't taking care of myself very well. In conversation with my sister, I had an epiphany. In times of stress, it's even more important to nurture ourselves. I decided I would treat myself like gold, and I made this list of small but meaningful tasks I could do for myself. Treating myself like gold means making my bed in the morning, exercising every day, eating healthy foods, treating those around me with love and respect, keeping in touch with family, getting enough rest, saying no when I need to, choosing what to share, making a nice dinner, sometimes with dessert, taking care of my health, asking for support when I need it, taking some time alone, maintaining my home, enjoying my family, picking flowers for the table, giving myself credit for all I do, turning all these outward to the people in my community. Typing all this out again begins to sound like a list of chores, so I remind myself that these are all just options that might make me feel better, stronger, healthier, more loving. I could select one or two to consider each day. If I'm doing a chore-like task, Mary, go make your bed. It helps to think of it as honoring a specific recipient. In this case, bedtime Mary will certainly appreciate smooth sheets and plumped pillows, and doesn't she deserve it after a hard day? We could also use this retirement from society as a time for reflection and honoring our communion with others who share our path. Instead of visiting or going to parties, how about writing letters? I can call friends to check in with them, see if they need anything, if they are practicing self-isolation to avoid spreading contagion, and maybe a surprise call will brighten their day, as it surely will brighten mine. I'm lucky enough to be able to work from home, but not everyone can do that. Since I can't help support community businesses by going out to dinner or coffee right now, I'm going to do like Mr. Rogers suggested after 9/11 and look for the helpers. I'll see if I can join them. I have heard of local restaurants who have posted about giving away meals to kids impacted by schools being shut down. Thank you, Maze. You are amazing. I'll call them and ask if I can contribute to their efforts. We can look around and see if there is a social media group devoted to this kind of community helping, or if not, create a neighborhood list. We are in an impossible situation, but we will get through this together. Isolate beauty, serve peace, blessed be. And in the case of Maze, if you wanted to donate, they have a GoFundMe page on their Facebook page. Maze Mexican Grill in Champaign, Illinois. Thanks for listening.